Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I have a project I made the other day. I filmed a video on a camera that I'd bought that was supposed to work fine, and it filmed it, but I couldn't get it to load onto my computer, so I couldn't show it to you. So I'm going to do another one today, but I'll show you what I did with this one. These are pockets, and they're made from the strips of paper like my last video of these tags that I made. And I purposely didn't glue the bottoms of any of the pockets so you can use really long tags or journaling cards in it, as you'll see here. So we're going to make one. Whoops, that's not glued at the bottom, so it should have been glued at the bottom of that one. Anyway, I'll fix it. Actually, I'll fix it right now because it needs to be glued at the bottom to be used. And I did this as a page. Got to pull all these out because they're tall enough they're going to get stuck down there. I did it as a page to put in my journal or put into a journal, but I won't do, the one thing I did was I put this over to the side, and it's probably going to get messed up getting put in the journal, and I won't do that again. I won't put a doily or something that close to the edge, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make one. And all you need is some cut-offs of paper. And I know we all have strips of paper that we cut off from multiple projects that we have. And what you have to do is just decide what you want them. Well, first of all, the first thing I'm going to do, because these are lightweight paper, they're like thin copy paper kind of. So first thing I'm going to do, well, I probably should figure out where I'm going to put them on this. And then I'm going to fix them so that they're not, and I don't know whether I want that one or not. I've got so many pretty pinks and purples on here. I just gathered up a bunch of strips. Tip that up out of the way. And actually, I suppose I could go... No, that won't work. Okay. Let me see if these are going to be compatible with each other. I picked one that didn't come from this collection, but it would work, I think. And the tan one might work fine. Actually, oops. I'm going to need that in a minute. Sorry about the noise. I think that one would work right here. So this one would only have 3 pockets if I do it this way. And that would be okay. Or I can move them up and have more. I think what I'm going to do is if I turn them more, I don't know. I can do it any way I want. It's up to you when you do these to do it the way you want to do it. You can have them slanted more or not so slanted. I think I'm going to have it slanted like this, and I'm just going to draw a quick line down it so I can cut them off where I want them to be cut before I do what I'm going to do to them. And I'll quickly do that with my chopper because I'm not so excellent with the scissors. And then I'm going to need some pieces for the corner, but I have some pieces left over from the last one I did that I can probably use in the corners. This is just something that I thought would be different to make pockets for a page. Now, maybe somebody else has done this before. I don't imagine they haven't. I don't believe there's anything new in junk journaling. Not really. And I'm sure people have done everything that I would think of doing. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a 1/2 inch fold over so that the tops are a little bit stronger for the pockets. And that may mean I have more room for another pocket, or it might not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's see how we do with these, and then I may need more. Just going to fold them over and... Oh, that cracked. Well, that's okay. I'll ink it and it won't show. And it'll be glued so it won't split. You wouldn't think that would crack. It's thin paper. And that one cracked too. Okay, I'm going to ink these before I do anything else with them. Then we'll see if we need another layer, which I think I probably will end up needing. Not that it shows on this, but it'll cover the white areas where it cracked. And it shows on these other two, so that's fine. And I'm using ground espresso today. Again, I like ground espresso. I don't know. I know vintage photo is the favorite of a lot of people, and it does look good on some things, but I'm not as wild about it as other people are, I don't think. Okay, let's see here. I was going to have this one at the bottom. And if it goes all the way down to the bottom like that, okay, then this one goes next. And you have to put these on from the top down, but I just want to get placement for them. I think I am going to need another one. That's good. Okay, so I need to have 4 pockets to get these all lined up right. And then I'll need a piece for each corner. Now, what do I want to put at the top? Do I want to put one like this, or I could put this, or I could put this one, which is real close to that. I don't know what I want to do. Let me think here. I don't think I have a leftover from the other ones that is big enough to put on there. No, it'll work for the top corners, but it won't work for that. So maybe I'll put this one. And I need to I'm only going to turn it that far because I won't need all of that. And that needs to be inked also, and then I need to glue them down. Oh, I could always put this one at the bottom so the pinks are together and the browns are together. I think I like that better. Okay, but I need to glue the fold over down. I'm just trying to give it strength here. You don't have to do this if you've got heavier paper, but this is lightweight paper. And I don't think it'll hold up for the pockets going in and out. if it's used a lot. Hope I'm in camera. I changed things around a little bit so the camera's a little bit closer. Yep, it's in camera. Good. I always have a problem with staying in camera view. And it worries me that I'm out of it. Oops. Somebody lost some glue down there, one of these that I did. I run the what do you call it? This thing over it to spread the glue, and sometimes it spreads it right on out like that. Okay. Now, I could put the pink between the two of these. You have to overlap so you don't see the okay. Yep, that's the way I'm going to do it. So, what I am going to do is fix them so that they're good where they need to be, and then I'm going to pull that one up as much as I can. Well, maybe not, because then it won't hold a tag if it's stuck too far. What I'm going to do is hold them like this and put some glue down this side. I'll have to go back and put glue on each individual one a little bit so it glues to the one on top of it, but this way I can hold them all in place. Oops, that one didn't get in place because it came down too far on that. Oh well. I moved that one down quite a bit. Okay. And you could do this with narrower strips and have more pockets, or you could do it with wider strips and have fewer pockets. Oh, that one didn't do either. Why didn't that one glue down? This is why I said you have to start at the top, because okay, that one's stuck, but I want them equal, so we're going to have to move this up a little bit. Unglue it and move it over and up, or move this one down. I guess we can move this one down. Nope. Oh, now they're not covering all the way to the side. I messed it up. Do what I do, not what I say, okay? Or not what I show you. Do what I do, or what I say. I need to cover this. Okay, and then here I'm going to have to cover that. Oops, this one wants to stick where it doesn't belong. And it's going to need to go there. And then this one can go here. And that works. Okay. I put it up a little bit too high. Let's see here. That'll be all right. Okay, now before I put down the other side, glue the other side down, I need to find something to go in the corners here. So I have some leftovers from the other one I made. That one won't work that way, but it would work this way. And I should have put this down before I glued anything. and it's not going to work. It's too small. Let's see if this one's big enough. Long enough is the problem, the length of it. Because I want to cover it all the way to the top. Yep, that'll work. Okay, this one's going to be glued. Oh, and I'm gluing it to the back page. Don't do that. Now, if you had a pretty page instead of this brown and you didn't mind it showing, you could put it. Oh boy, have I really made a mess here. Thought this was going to fit and not show the brown, and it's not. Okay, that one's out. We'll use this strip. It's plenty big. I know it is. No, it's not. Oh, goodness. Well, we've got to have something somewhere that'll work. Okay. We'll use this one. This one will work because it's plenty big enough. And it brings the pink back in, so I'll go ahead and glue this down. Get the glue to come out. I usually don't have a problem with this. And I'm going to glue it so the stripe kind of fits across there. And then I need a piece for the bottom. Now I can use any of these for the bottom. And I think I'll go ahead and use this one. And this needs to be glued all the way across the bottom. Besides this piece being glued here because you don't want the tags to fall out of the bottom of it. I'm just going to put some glue up here for this piece. And cut off what I don't want of it. Yeah. Okay, now to glue the other side of it. And what I'm going to do is just kind of lift it up and put some glue along there, along the edge of these. And along the paper, of course. And I don't mind if it cuts the width of the pockets down because there are going to be plenty of pockets. It doesn't matter if they're cut down a little bit. Oops. Oh, this one should have been over the top. Oh. You know, sometimes it just doesn't pay to be me. Oh my goodness. Well, you're seeing I make mistakes. And the nice thing about junk journals is you can always correct the mistake. Okay, I'm going to fold this one down. Oh, it's already folded down on that side. So I'm just going to glue it over here. It'll get cut off anyway. I just want it to be parallel with the other ones. But it will get cut off and trimmed down, so it doesn't really matter. It just has to look like it was another layer. They don't look even to me, but I hope they are. Okay, I am going to bring out my chopper to trim this off because my scissor cutting is crooked all the time and I want these to be even. And I don't care if I cut off a little bit of the bottom of this. That's not a problem. We have all different size pages in our journals, so that's really not a problem. This one I'm going to cut off up there so it'll fit. Otherwise I have to get my bigger cutter out. Okay, now it should fit this way, yes. And this is the edge of the page where I cut the other one. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to, although if I do, I can fix it with washi tape. I want to get it right on the edge, but I don't want to cut the I think that's pretty good. Hopefully I didn't cut. Nope, didn't make a hole in it. That's good. Okay, now the other side. And this side doesn't matter either. I just want it to be even. Let's see here. Push it up there. Get it all cut even. There we go. Okay, get rid of my 2 small scraps here. I have a whole box with scraps in it. And yet when I've done master boards, I don't use those. I need to get them out and use them. All right, I'm going to put the glue back on here, the lid back on the glue. And I didn't ink the bottom one, but that doesn't matter because it's not going to show. It won't show if it's inked or not, and I will ink the top of this. And the sides. I'm not going to bother with this side because it's not going to show anyway. This side over here because it'll be bound into the journal. All right, so now I want to embellish a little bit, and I can see what I have to put down here that'll be pretty or interesting or whatever. And of course I'm going to go to my girls here because I'm sure there must be one that would look good on there. There's some of them that are small and they're just not gonna show up. And I'm not sure I'm going to put anything on the upper levels because I see she show up, but I don't know that I like her on there. I think what I'm going to do is put the ones I'm not going to use in the and she might not be bad. She kind of reminds me of my one granddaughter who has her hair purple or green. No, she has it green. She has her hair green, that's right. Oh, this one looks good. What do you think? I think she looks good. She brings in the colors from there. And then we need tickets or something to put next to her, and I've got some out here that can be used. Ooh, that's a big long ticket. That's too big. Let's see if I have something that'll work. No. Well, actually, that's not too bad. Gasoline coupon. Don't know that it goes with her, but it's not too bad. Let's see what else I have. I can't read what this says. Oh, it's in French. Or Spanish. I think it's French. How about that one? That looks better than the green one. And I need something else. What do we want? I put a doily on my other one and I really like that. Maybe I'll put a doily on this one. Although I don't have doilies that are those colors. I do have the other half of the doily I used on the other one. I could put it down here at the bottom. And then put her and the little ticket. I think that's nice. I like that. Let's do that. I'm going to ink the ticket. I don't know whether I want to ink the doily, but maybe a little bit. Maybe just a touch. That's all I can do anyway, because it's fragile. The doilies I got from Temu. I know I got her from Temu. This I don't know. I think it was a printable that I got from somebody somewhere, but anyway. The only way to glue these on is to go to the big areas, get glue on them, and then go around the rim and hope you get enough glue on it to hold it. We've got a lot of respiratory stuff going around here. I don't know what's causing it, if it's the heat bringing out things that make people allergic or what it is, but there's a lot of people with respiratory problems. Mine's still kind of hanging on, but not terribly. I was talking to my oldest daughter today, and she joined the Army Reserves when she was not quite 18. We let her go ahead and do it and sign for her. She wanted to be a nurse, and that didn't work out at the time, but she started out as an Army medic, and she did okay doing that. But I was telling her how muggy it was, and she says, "Mom, you're not telling me anything. If you remember right, I did basic in South Carolina." I went, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." She went from Utah to South Carolina. The difference was atrocious, and I think she went in the winter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember for sure, but it seems to me that it was in the winter, so it shouldn't have been that bad. But she said it was like she got off and could hardly breathe off the airplane. She didn't stay in very long, but she ended up getting married and having a baby, and not that that marriage lasted long, but anyway, she got out of the Army, and now she's in her 50s, and she's going to graduate from nursing school in September. Well, she'll finish it in September, and the graduation is in December, and I'm going to go and be there for her graduation ceremony. I think it's wonderful she's been able to do that. You know what? I think we'll put something up here on these other ones. I don't know what yet, but I think we'll put a little bit of something on them. See how they look. I was thinking of, where are my words? There they are. I was thinking of these words that I have. Could go on at least one place. I hate to cover up that doily, but it looks good, so we did it. I think I'm going to put something up at the very tippy top. Kind of a surprise if when you take the tag out, you'll see it. And it kind of matches, so start doing things you love. I think that's a good thing for all of us. We all have things to do that we have to do, but we need to do the things we love too. Do something you enjoy. Now, this one would look okay on there, or even on there. But it needs something else with it. And what else do I have here? I have a lot of different things, different colors. No, those aren't the right colors for any of that. Oh, that isn't too bad, is it? Kind of goes with the green on there. But I don't know whether I want it with that ticket. Maybe. Maybe. I don't like to put them all in a row here. And I don't want to have the same thing, so I think that's enough words. And I have to decide if I really want this everything on there, and I don't think I do. Okay, so much for the words. Now, I have tickets and I have stamps. I do have labels too, more labels. Let's see if we have a label here that might be good. I don't know that I like that on there or not. Nope. There may not be anything in here that I want to use. That's a specimen tag. We don't need that on there. Insects. Don't need that one either. Cook's Emporium. That's probably okay on there. Okay. Trying to put some of these back where they belong. Whoops. All these things I have out. If I don't put them back the right way, I won't know where they are. And all of these are tickets. They're going to go in here. Nope, don't want that on there. And I don't think I'm going to want a ticket on there at all. Probably not a ticket. Unless I find something I really like. Amusement park. No. Wrong pink. No, that might not be too bad. That could go on one of these. We'll go with it. Or maybe I'll put this stamp on it. I can put the stamp up there and put this down here, and I don't like that down there. Put that down there and put this here. Maybe. Now I'm going for my favorites. Butterflies and flowers, of course. What else would I go for? Oh, and I had a butterfly fall out, so it must want to be on here somewhere. I think that would work there. And I'm going to take this and cut it with my scissors. Way back when we had specialty scissors to cut papers with to put in our scrapbooks. I got these scissors and they work perfect on the stamps. I have a whole drawer full of fancy scissors, and I think I'm going to start using them on stuff just to make my journals more interesting. There we go. Now I can ink down the sides of it and it looks like a stamp. There. That works. And I'm going to glue her up there with that butterfly that fell out of my container. I'm going to put her down first, and then I'll put the butterfly. Okay, put that lid on there slightly until I decide what I'm doing with these, with the rest of this. I could maybe use a pink butterfly down here. Yeah, I like that. And maybe I'll go for a flower for that other one if I can find a flower that I like for it. They're kind of funny colored flowers, but I might have a white one or something that I would go with it. One of these pink sprays, or white spray. I don't know. Oh, this one's smaller and it's got more pink in it. Maybe this one will be better. Did I put that on upside down? Nope. I did not. Okay, we'll do that one. Yeah, that'll work. Don't want to dilly-dally too much deciding. I always do that, not knowing what I want to do for sure. And I just need to make the decision and do stuff. Oops. Ink. While I'm doing it, I might as well do this one. My other daughter and her husband just went to the Cheyenne Rodeo last week. They like Western stuff, and they went to the Cheyenne Rodeo. I like rodeos. They have a Days of 47 rodeo in Salt Lake City, and my grandpa used to go because he was a health inspector, and he'd take some of us grandkids and get us in so we could go to it too. I remember seeing, oh, now I don't remember his name. He was a cowboy and he had a horse named Coco that did things. And he was there the one year that I got to go. I only got to go when my family was there because we were in Florida. And then we were in Germany, so I didn't get to go then. I don't know whether I put that in right side up or not, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's in. My aunt one time saw Roy Rogers. She wasn't that excited about it, but she saw him. Okay, I think that's about done. What do you think? And I can put a couple of tags in here. They're going to be the tags I made the other day because they're on the top. But you see this one, you can put a tag the whole length of the page in here. This one isn't decorated or anything, but it can go in there too. Go all the way to the bottom. That one actually could go in this top one and go all the way to the bottom. There'll be tags put in it when it goes in a book, but I don't like to put the tags in before I glue or before I sew the pages in if I'm going to read or do them like this before I'm ready. Oh, I don't like that tag to go in there at all. Let me see. Get a pretty tag in there. Or a journaling card. There we go. What do you think? I think they're kind of pretty. And they'd be fun and pretty in your book, in your journal. You could even take a page like this, like I was going to, do it and then glue it onto your page if you had a pretty page. Or like this, it could be a thing around it, a frame around it. So you could do them different ways. But that's it. That's my video for today, is making pockets with some of your leftovers from your cutoffs. The things you never know what to do with, the cutoff pieces. Now we've got some ideas of what to do with them. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel and all those who watch it. And if you haven't given me a thumbs up, please consider doing it. It always helps. I know I try when I go to somebody's channel. I always give them a thumbs up before I click on the video. And then hopefully that gives them some support. And even if I don't watch it till the end, I still do that because I figure it's good. It's good for them. So this is Camille, and I'll see you next time. Bye.